Yo, dude. Yo. Hey, I was having an interesting conversation on social media, on Twitter, because this is social media too, right? Um, so I just wanted to post this, just talk about it briefly, and let you guys know kind of where my head's at as we are in this phase of our relationship. You know what I'm saying? um, just to because maybe it'll give you some more context as to in my head, why I'm not as driven to do the social media thing, why I haven't been posting videos as much, things like that. Like I said, I have the other business thing that I'm working on, still working on that. It's a lot going on with that, so it's kind of I'm in this place where I'm not really it's not totally moving forward because of legal stuff. So I'm just working through all of that. But basically, I've talked about this before, but I just want to talk about it again, just so you guys know the foundation of why I started all this. Why did I start posting on social media to begin with? The reason was specifically regarding meme stocks, AMC, etc., is because I was in the play, and I was interested in the play, and I saw how much reach the play had on social media and everything, and I saw what that reach was, and a lot of what was going on was kind of this it was this hold to the moon, the quote unquote trust me bro thing, to forever. It was just there was no real, there was very little real logic or fundamental market type stuff that was being discussed. It was more very conspiratorial things of that nature. You guys know what I'm talking about. I know it's not a conspiracy. I get it. So for me, and I think that there is weird stuff going on. Let me just make that clear. These are special stocks that we're talking about here. Okay, they're not just normal stocks. I agree with you on that. I just think that there's so little on the, hey, we can actually put this in our hands and see it, versus just wild speculation, right? And so it reminded me of Bitcoin in 2017, crypto in 2017. And I was a part of that. And that was the first bubble type thing that I was ever a part of, that I was in. And I saw the entire market cycle play out, that classic euphoria cycle play out. And I lived through that, and we did well out of that. We did okay. But during that, I was kind of engaging with a lot of YouTube content related to it, because I had never seen gains like that so quickly. I made my big splash in October of 2017. Bitcoin was trading around $5,000. 2017? Yeah, 2017. Yeah, I had moved back. Yeah. And it obviously rocketed to 20,000. I was in alts and everything like that, right? I'd never seen that sort of exponential gains off of a straight spot position before. It was just crazy, and I was like, man, this is insane. And obviously when something like that happens, it triggers something in your brain. It makes you want to engage with content related to it. And a lot of what was going on was this hopium, Bitcoin is the future, whatever, a lot of speculation, of what cryptocurrency can be. And I believe in the technology fundamentally, but I also believe in human psychology. And it's just not realistic to expect something like that to just happen overnight. But the hopium that comes from that feeling that you get when you see those big green candles popping up and you see your account balance just skyrocketing day after day, that you may or may not be familiar with if you're engaging with this video, something about that makes you want to stay engaged, what's going on, when's the next time that I'm going to see those big green candles You know, when's the next time that I'm going to see my portfolio balance just increase exponentially like that? And what I saw was a lot of people getting taken advantage of. And whether or not the people who were taking advantage were purposely trying to take advantage or not, that's a different thing. But that's what was happening, right? People, you know, all these YouTubers, you know, that you know, obviously there's like this mixed sentiment surrounding social media influencers within this movement. You know, so sorry, it came out a little. And so I was just like, man, like, all these people posting on YouTube, they just keep pumping hopium. It reminds me so much of Bitcoin, you know. I know this is long-winded. You guys know how I am. Come on. Anyway, so I started posting on Twitter. I never intended to do YouTube. I was posting on Twitter in, like, July, really heavily about the stock, and kind of walking people through the process. And honestly, I was very bearish in July and August, like, and dude, like, people hated me. I'm not gonna lie. And then you started to get that rally in September, October, and I started to get bullish. And then they had the bull trap that ultimately topped out at $52 around that time. And whenever that kind of rolled over, I was trying to explain the kind of mother of all bear traps thing. If you've been following me from the beginning, you remember that, which was the falling wedge, and how I saw that happening through Fibonacci as well as through Elliott wave theory. And that's why I started YouTube, because it was just too much to explain through Twitter, like exactly what I thought was going to happen, right? And then people really liked the content because it was more grounded. I was not scared of being bearish on a day-to-day basis, things of that nature. But again, my intentions here were never, I guess, and the long short of it is, my intentions here were never to develop an audience, as much as it was, like, I just wanted to help people see through all of that noise, right? That hopium noise that comes with any play that has this exponential kind of thing happen to it, that, again, you're kind of married to, and you kind of go, when account balance go up, you know, exponential, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I mean, look, saying that exponential gain is not going to happen on a day-to-day basis in this community is very frowned upon, you know? And so as a result of that, I dealt, you know, and just to, let's circle back, why am I making this video, all of this, what am I even talking about? I'm just telling my life story. You guys don't care about that. We're 8 minutes in. Me personally, why I haven't been posting on social media is that battle that I went through for that, to achieve that, to bring the logic and actually something you could hold in your hand and look at and say, wow, I can actually tell what the price is going to do based on this, right? So that people could understand the price action on a day-to-day basis. You know, that was a battle. And it was hard for me. I mean, it was really uphill. Like, I know now a lot of people are just like, dude, like, literally I had like a guy in my replies say, AMC made you. Like, because I wanted to post about, because I want to post about something else. And I'm just sitting here like, dude, like, we're all humans, you know, like, like, what, I'm not defaming anything. I'm not defaming any play. I've been very, actually, specifically open about how I feel about the play from the beginning. Long, right? But not doubting anything. I've always, dude, every video, there's never been this promise of moon. There's been, hey, this could happen or this could happen, right? Because my job is not, again, to predict the future. My job has always been to analyze the price action and walk through. Now, and a lot of times I'd give my specific conviction, what I thought was most likely, and a lot of times that was bearish, right? And so anyway, through that whole process, I have people say all these nasty things to me. There's a wasp on my porch right now that I think I'm gonna be okay though. Okay. There's, that is like, and I really obsessed over this, guys. Like, I spent way too much time, really trying to get my message out there, promote the people that I thought were valuable, that could bring valuable information to the community, and promote logic, promote self-empowerment, people empowering themselves, rather than just this like, oh, we're all in this together and we're gonna, I value individuals, like groups are nothing without individuals. That's what I believe. And I just wanted to empower everybody the same way that I empowered myself. And I looked to empower myself in 2017 by finding, information and then being able to challenge my bias. I wanted people to be able to do that because it's so important to be able to do that, and I never was trying to get people to buy or sell or hold or do anything. I was just trying to show the possibilities, show that you could tell what price is going to do, and I say all that to say that because I was able to bring so many people to the forefront, and I think that I've shifted that conversation in a lot of ways in my own right, and not me alone, right? Not me alone. I'm not trying to personally take credit for that. Because I've seen that progression, right? I feel like there's been so much progress made from July of last year to now in regards to people empowering themselves and becoming more capable in the market, that I think that, and I see everybody, so many people participating in this now on this side of things, attacking it with logic, and not, trust me, bro, that it's kind of left me in a place where, like, I kind of feel like I've done what I set out to do in a lot of ways, and that kind of makes me sad in a way. But if you needed any proof that, like, I wasn't here to, like, make money off of you or, like, get views or clout or anything like that, and that's fun. It is fun. It was very fun to see the YouTube account explode the way that it did, and Twitter, and kind of see my impact, see Trey, who was this larger than life figure to me when all this stuff began, to see him adopt some of the premises that I began the popularization of, like composite man and Wyckoff theory, and looking at the market from the angle of how much control institutions have over their day-to-day price action, and just how much technical analysis matters. I just think that it's been a really cool experience, and just seeing that all occur, it kind of, I don't know, when that was happening, I guess that when Trey started to adopt the stuff, it kind of just made me feel like this thing is in good hands, and people are gonna do things that they're gonna make decisions based on what they want to do more often now versus what the group on Twitter is telling them they should do. And I think that was the most important part of my journey here. And so I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic about the community at large. And I'm optimistic about AMC at large. In the long term, I am. But for now, like, for me as a social media guy, I love the engagements, and I love, talking to you guys, and I love the amount of support that you guys show me on a day-to-day basis. But on the other note of that, like, I have a family. And to be honest with you, I get addicted to things, and I let them kind of overtake me and take control of my life, and I was doing that with this. I was obsessed with this. And it wasn't healthy for me, you know? This isn't like mental health, dude. Like, I mean, take it how you want, but like, it wasn't good for me and my family how much I let this take control of me and let the market kind of like, it's just not who I am. It's not who I am, you know? I'm a businessman first. I love business, and instead of that, and like, you know, I just buy things and I just kind of like wait for what I think is going to happen. And this was turning me into something that I wasn't, you know. I'm not a day trader. Like, I never wanted to be a day trader. I never wanted to be, you know. I go out, I make money through business, and then I kind of average in the positions over the course of time, and then I wait for them to do what I think they're going to do. And then, you know, I just kind of rinse and repeat that, you know. And this was turning me into, like, I was just sitting there in front of my phone all day, you know, 24/7, just, you know, tweeting charts. And then I go and do my YouTube video at the end of the market day. And I don't know. I know I'm blabbing a lot, but you know, if you're still watching at this point, I know it's because you're interested in what I had to say and stuff like that. So I really appreciate you still being here. But you know, that's just the struggle that I've been going through, and it's probably because I'm just like, something's wrong with me, you know. I've always kind of been like, dang, it'd be really cool to have a lot of followers, you know. And now I get like some followers, and I'm just like, man, it's real stressful having a lot of followers, dude. You know, like, what is wrong with me? But I don't know. I just want to do it in a different way, and I don't want to be so married to something. You know, AMC made me. You know, I don't want to like be like a AMC chart guy forever. I'm sorry, by the way, if that offends you, but like, just kind of like put yourself in my shoes for a little bit and just imagine like what that looks like, you know, on the long term. But I don't know. I'd rather just not do YouTube and Twitter if it meant like I just got to chart like this one stock chart forever. And you know, like, it's not when it's the right time for me to be sharing something with you. If I really think something is that important, believe me, it's gonna come to you. You know, just like the falling wedge. We sat there and talked about this falling wedge for months as it extended down into like the lower teens. And then look at what happened. We get out of the falling wedge that we discussed for months, and then it breaks out. It goes from like $13 to like $34. Blue Ice sells, and then immediately it go. You know, he sells at $15 or whatever. It immediately goes to $34 in like 2 days, off of the falling wedge. Like, technical analysis is important, you know. So, again, believe me when I say that whenever something is very relevant and it's going to create that sort of opportunity, you know, if I really think that it's kind of like, hey, we should be looking at this, I'll be here, you know, when that time comes. But for now, as far as me being an influencer, like, you know, social media and stuff, like, I just have to find a way to make it to where I can like balance my life. You know, do what I actually want to do with my life. Make it fruitful for me personally, because I wasn't doing that either. I mean, I was basically just like, yeah, man. Like, the passion was coming from like helping people, you know, and that was really good, and it felt good to help people. But then, like, at a certain point, I kind of was just overlooking myself personally, you know, and my family. So I have to be able to balance those things. I have to make it worth it for my family, if I'm going to continue along this path, you know, in any capacity. My family has to come first, and they didn't, and I'm a failure in that way. And it hurts, you know. And I'm not saying that I missed out on like too much, but it just, I need to give more to my family. Put it that way, you know. So yeah, that's it. Damn, that's kind of deep, dude. Like, I usually don't share that sort of stuff, you know, like get all I don't share that sort of stuff at all, so I definitely don't share it on YouTube. But I'll do it today, you know. But yeah, man, like, you guys know. You know, the people who really understand me and know where I'm coming from, you guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. So just know that it's freaking hot out here. I can see my face is starting to get a little shiny. Something about Deshaun Watson just popped up on my phone, so I'm gonna go check that out after I get off of here. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. This isn't market related at all. This is just a video that's all about me. Wow, what a POS, dude. How self-absorbed of me. You guys are like my therapist or something right now. What's up with that, dude? Alright. Have a good rest of your day. Hug your family. Tell them you love them. And I'll see you guys, you know? Yeah, you know. We'll see each other again, dude. Alright. Peace.